The defense team for Oscar Pistorius outraged after the release of a bizarre video showing the Blade Runner reenacting the night his girlfriend Riva Steenkamp was shot to death. He begins standing in a corner without his prosthetics, pointing his hand like a gun. And later on, Pistorius puts on his prosthetics and carries a lifeless woman's body. Now, the circumstances as to why the video was shot and why it has not been shown in court is not clear. Pistorius is accused of murdering Steenkamp. He claims he shot her by accident. Philip Holloway, criminal defense attorney and former JAG attorney, and David Schwartz, defense attorney and former prosecutor. Good to see you both.
Hello.
Yeah, Philip, I want to start with you on this. Who or why would they release this video? Who did it and why?
Well, my suspicion is that it may very well have come from the defense team. Clearly, they had to know it was made because it was Oscar Pistorius himself that you see in the video. So clearly they know that he did it. I think it was a mistake. I think that what it shows is that he was negligent at least in firing a gun 4 times behind a closed door, not knowing what his target was. As a former police officer, I can tell you that's not how you're supposed to use weaponry. And if it's deemed to be negligent by the court, that video could convict him.
So, David, why do you think they would even so-called leak this, the defense team, even though they're claiming they're outraged? I mean, by the way, this video is going to air Sunday night on an Australian television network.
Well, the video is a reenactment. I'm assuming that it was made by the defense team to reenact it to possibly show in court. It seems that they have made a decision not to show the video in court. So the video is not going to convict anyone because the video is not going to be shown in court, at least according to the defense team right now. It seems that maybe somebody that made the video had leaked it, and then therefore that would bring up the civil lawsuit, which is what the defense team is speaking about.
Philip, do you buy that? So, you know, perhaps the defense team decided, okay, we're not going to bring this into court, but now this production company has already shot it. They have the rights to it. No. They signed off on it, they being Oscar Pistorius and his team, but you're saying no. Why?
I think that this is not genuine outrage by the defense team, because if you look at the overall flavor of the video, it's very favorable to Pistorius, and I think it might be, at a minimum, an effort to sway the court of public opinion in his direction.
I was going to ask you that. That's exactly what I was thinking. Go ahead.
And if the defense doesn't use it, the prosecution might use it, because I think there's some incriminating things in there.
But David, can the prosecution get a hold of it? I understand that that television network had to pay for the video.
No. I mean, if it's a defense video made in preparation for the defense of the case, the prosecution cannot use the defense video in this particular matter, and the video is irrelevant. The video would only be admitted into court as if it was showing a reenactment, like any other piece of evidence that's brought into court, showing it like a diagram. It's the equivalent of a diagram. So the bottom line is the defense has chosen, at least for court, not to bring it in. Whether
so then
or not
why would they want it out in the public? And it's in Australia. It's not even South Africa.
Well, they're saying they didn't. But it could be true that if they did leak the video, maybe they want to influence the court of public opinion. That's always a possibility.
And what does that do? They don't make a decision.
No, they don't. That's why I think the theory is unfounded. I believe what happened is the video must have been stolen in some way, and now it was. Now it's being produced in this documentary. I don't know. We're only surmising right now. I have no idea.
Philip, let me go to the psych evaluation. It's dated June 27, 2014. That is released to the public. Once again, what's the motive behind releasing Oscar Pistorius' psych evaluation?
Well, they want to show that he's experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, things like that. But what is really the key is what was his state of mind at the time of the shooting. And this document tells us that he did not have this generalized anxiety disorder that had been talked about previously. The relevant moment in time is when those shots were fired, not how he's doing after the charges were filed, but what was in his state of mind at the time.
So, Philip, again, you know, the judge is going to make the final call here. Why would this be released to the public?
Well, it's just like all the other items of evidence. I think that they are being sort of leaked to the press. They are given to the press. They're being, there's really nothing that's being hidden. This came out, I think, last week, what the document was going to show. So The motivation behind it, you just have to speculate, but it has to be to influence the court of public opinion.
This was a piece of evidence. This was a piece of evidence in the case. General anxiety disorder was brought out through the testimony in the case, and that's why we have the document now. That's the only reason why. It's a defense theory that he suffered from general anxiety disorder.
David Schwartz, Philip Holloway, thank you very much for your analysis. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.